Hey guys, this is Sid from CFC Empire, and today I bring to you the pre-match analysis for the Blackburn versus Chelsea game. Um, I've already set up the formations today. I've been noticing that I'll take up a bit too much time in setting up the formation, which sometimes can be a bit boring. On the other hand, I've had a couple of guys complain to me that, hey, I'm looking at your analysis and everything is so stagnant. Nothing is moving. So that's why I started doing the, shuffling players from here to the pitch. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about saving time today. I mean, I'd rather focus on their tactics than the formation itself. I know what it is, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking of. Anyway, I've already set up the formation for both the teams and how they will be playing, what their roles will be. Blackburn will be a typical 4-4-2 with Formica and Igbeni as central forwards, and then Hoylett playing sort of as a winger on the left, whereas Rashina plays from the right. Pedersen is a very important for Blackburn. He's a playmaker. He's very good at taking free kicks. So that's one thing we'd have to be careful about. Try not to concede any free kicks in this area because Pedersen takes some really stunning long range free kicks. So I think it'd be a good idea to keep him quiet for tomorrow. One really big change that I've made, sort of taken the liberty, I should say, because I have a feeling I'm probably wrong, but I'm go and do the bold thing. I've not played Torres today. I'm putting Sturgeon as a central striker, whereas putting Anelka on the right. When what usually happens is Sturridge plays on the right, and this is where Torres plays as a central striker, and it's usually a bit more wide. He usually plays over here, Sturridge, and Mana plays over here. But today I'm going to try something different, and I hope so does AVB. The reason why I chose this is because Torres is not having a very good time in front of the goal. I think he needs time to clear his head up and come back rejuvenated. He had some time off because of that suspension, and I don't really think you know, he's in the right frame of mind at the moment. He's wasted some really amazing opportunities, but then at the same time, you could argue that it was Sturridge because of whom Torres couldn't score two goals against Arsenal. Yeah, that was Sturridge. But Sturridge seems to be in better form, and I think this is his natural position. He should play as a central striker, and I'd play Mata and Anelka right behind them. The reason is quite obvious. Mata is having a really great time as a Chelsea player, and there is no way he's not starting. Now the surprise package seems to be here in Alpha. I've played Anelka here right behind Sturridge just because he can help out Mireles and Ramirez in defending against Nzonzi and Hoylett, who are really quick. And at the same time, Anelka has a really good record against Blackburn Rovers. He scored 5 goals in 6 games as a Chelsea player and 12 goals in 16 games overall. He's played for multiple clubs now. So 16 games, 12 goals. That's quite a record, and I'm sure AVB would like to utilize that weapon against Blackburn, who aren't really keen on keeping clean sheets, but then neither are we. So the focus should be on defending as well tomorrow. I'd like to see a clean sheet, and another doubt here is probably Morales. He played, I think he played the whole 80 or 90 minutes. I'm not sure. Against Cenk. But there's a good chance Romeu could start here in the holding midfield role. Another possibility that could happen is, you could see David Luiz over here in the Makelele role. There we go. All right. So Luiz could play as a holding midfielder, and then this is where you play Ivanovic. So that's another possibility. I'm not against it. In fact, I actually support it because I think Luis commits way too many fouls, and that can sometimes go against you. Teams can, you know, exploit that, and it has happened against us. So it'd be safer to play Luis as a holding midfielder role, but that's just not a precautionary measure. The reason why I think that would be a great idea, is because Lewis is really good with the ball, and most of the times you actually see him making those darting runs in this area, and causing all sorts of problems to defenders. He's not the kind of player who likes to play in a set position, and that is something that AVB doesn't profess either. He's always asking his players to move forward, keep a high defense line and attack from the back. So that suits Luis, and at the same time, that could keep Pedersen and Nzonzi quiet. So this is something I look forward to seeing, but that's, I don't know. I have a feeling that probably won't happen, and we'd rather see Mireles over here, and Luis at the back. So this is how I see things shaping up for tomorrow. All right. Let me know what you think of the formation. I'm going for a 4-3-2-1 with Sturridge as lone central striker, Mata and Elka behind him, and then Lampard, Mireles, and Ramirez form the midfield, whereas Cole, John Terry, Lewis, and Bosingwa form our defense. Um, Another thing that could happen is Ivanovic could play here and replace Bosingwa, because Hoylet is a really a hard man to mark. I don't know how well Bosingwa can do that job, because he's mostly involved in attacking from the right flank. So a good thing to do tomorrow would be simply relying on Ramirez and Anelka for width, and letting Bosingwa kind of stay back and take care of Hoylet. I know that AVB doesn't support man marking. He doesn't like man marking, but I think it'd be a good idea, because that's the only player that could cause us a huge amount of problem, and it's not such a bad idea to sort of keep track of one player. I'm not saying Mark Pedersen or Formica as well. I'm just saying Mark Hoylett. That's a dangerous man, the man to watch for me tomorrow. Anyway, I've blabbered a lot. This is my pre-match analysis, and instead of going over the formation, I've sort of talked about the way we should play tomorrow and the tactics we should utilize. Anyway, let me know what you think of the review, what you think of the tactics I've used today, and whether they will be useful for us tomorrow in the game. All right, I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye bye.